In this video of Form Builder, we'll cover how to add categories, instructions, and questions of different response types. Alright, you've already set up your sites, defined your data structures, and added your staff. So let's give them something to collect. The Form Builder is where you'll put together your digital form, which consists of all the questions that will be asked during the collection process. Before we get started, think back to your parameters and project settings. Remember how we defined whether the project is basic, longitudinal, or hierarchical? Form Builder is where this will really come into play. If you're working with a default basic form, you can just jump right in here by adding a category. However, if you've got a longitudinal or hierarchical project like this one, you'll first want to specify which level you're currently building. That's what this handy icon is for. Recognize those levels you made earlier? Right now, we'll work on a hierarchical form that can be used to collect data for a population survey. Alright, let's start form building. To get going, first select Add Category. For our example form here, we want to gather basic demographic info about individual households. For our first category, let's title it Household Demographics. Categories here are just an organizational unit of related questions. All items added in a category will appear nested under the same heading when viewed in the mobile app. That's why it's best to give each category a brief but descriptive title that will help collectors quickly navigate through the form. Next, we're going to select Add Instruction. This isn't required, but it can be a helpful way to guide your data collectors throughout the process. In this case, we want the individuals being surveyed to consent to the survey. So we'll type Read Consent Form on the instruction title field. Now in the instruction text field, we can just copy and paste the actual consent form. Moving on, let's go ahead and select Add Question. For any question, we can choose from several response types. Each response type will have a different characteristic and optional modifications. This will become more clear as we cover more specific question types in a few seconds. For this population survey, we'll start by confirming the consent form. Since this is a yes or no question, we can use the first response type. Conveniently enough, answer choices yes and no are already filled in. We also have the option to create a question label. This is just a shorter reference to the question that can help you quickly identify data after it's been exported. Similarly, you can assign a label or code, as it's referred to here, for each answer choice. Okay, now let's close this question up. We successfully created one question. Let's keep going and add another. While this could work with a simple number response, let's say our study wants to know more about household sizes that fall into predefined ranges. Therefore, multiple choice might be a better response type. For multiple choice questions, there's a special option to allow multi-selection. This allows the user to select more than one answer choice as a response. In this case, only one answer is appropriate, so let's keep the multi-selection off. Last but not least, let's create a number question asking how many children under the age of 18 live in the household. Specific to number questions, we can allow to capture decimal values when appropriate and edit minimum and maximum value that can be captured. I'll let you explore the rest of the unique question response types on Dharma, and make sure to watch the next video on Form Builder covering skip logic, conditions, and groups.